Oh, really? Hi everyone, I'm Sandrine here in Happy Cool, and welcome to the last Outlander review for the year. What? This week's episode was called Both Sides Now. Let's talk about it. First, some quick thoughts. Did anybody notice that Claire wears Frank's ring on her left hand and Jamie's ring on her right? When you're married, the ring goes on the left. So to me, this definitely symbolizes that she hasn't given up on Frank yet, which we actually see in the episode too. I love how the clan fought the guys that came to rob them. They slowly got ready, pretending that they had noticed. Rupert kept on telling his story, and then bang! And it was like awesome. I also enjoyed that Angus was the one who taught Claire how to use the knife, and it definitely came in handy later on, to say the least. The man that Frank is looking for in connection to Claire's disappearance definitely looks like Jamie. So now I'm really curious to find out how they explain it all, because if he was there, then how was he there, and why was he there, and then all these questions. Moving on to Frank. I'm really happy that we got a flash forward, but at the same time I felt so bad for him still looking for Claire. And when the police was telling him that she probably went off with another man, and he's like, no, she did not go with another man. And you're like, technically she didn't, but she kind of did, and it's in the past, and it's just very complicated. Frank getting played by that woman, I thought maybe it's a trap. But I guess it didn't matter because Frank could definitely hold his own. And if I remember correctly, he was in the Secret Service during the war. So yeah, he can definitely take care of himself. And now that we've seen him sort of in action, I hope that we'll get to find out more about his past and what happened during the war, because I think that would be fascinating. I'm also really happy that Frank was told what happened to Claire, as unbelievable as it is, because now there's a possibility that he might really believe it, although he's going back to Oxford, so I don't know how much of a possibility, but you never know. Moving on to Jamie. I thought it was cute that he asked Claire if their relationship was a common thing for a man and a woman, and she's like, well, not really. Not then. I also love that Jamie literally jumped on top of Claire to protect her when he saw that arrow, which I'm like, oh, look at you, you're protecting her. And I have to talk about the rape scene with the two English soldiers. Definitely never easy to watch those, but I am so happy that Claire was able to defend herself. And I just love that the second she took the guy out, Jamie is like, whoosh, slice the throat and like picked her up and carried her away. I was like, whoa, that's kind of amazing. And that leads us to Craig Nadoon. What? When I saw the stones, I was like, oh my god, we're there. Oh my god, we're there. Holy crap, this is a big moment. This is a big moment. And I love the scene where you saw Frank and Claire running to the stones in parallel, and then Frank screaming her name and her hearing him, and then him hearing her, and then the moment right before she's about to touch the stone, she's taken away by the redcoats. And it's like, no! I know, if she had gotten there would be no show, but at the same time, I'm rooting for her to get back to him a little bit too. Such a great moment. And I'm so upset that Frank didn't decide to stay, even though he kind of hurt her, but I'm guessing he thought that, yeah, I just want to believe that it was her, but it wasn't really her. Maybe he thinks he's going crazy or something, who knows. But a beautiful moment. So heartbreaking, I think. Also, I think it's interesting that she was really going to touch the stone, so she hasn't given up on Frank yet. She definitely still wants to go back to her time, which is understandable, but her journey is not over yet. And that journey, unfortunately, leads her back to Blackjack, the man that looks like her husband, but is like the evil version of her husband. Great. I had a suspicion that Blackjack was testing her. I almost was like, what wife? What wife? He doesn't have a wife! But there was a 50-50 chance that that was true, so she just went with, yeah, of course I know about his wife. And that was the wrong choice, so yeah. And what is up with attempted rape in this episode? Seriously, it would make me want to stay in that time. But then we get the most awesome moment ever. Jamie bursting through the window and asking Blackjack to let go of his wife. epic. And that's where the episode ends. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I was like, because in case you don't know, the show is not coming back until April 4th. Yeah, so we're not gonna get to find out what happens until April 4th of next year. Yes, that's April 4th, 2015. That's just inhuman. That's just mean. You know, they make us love the show, they make us really excited about the show, and then they take it away. And I know some of you might say, you know, you could always read the book, but it's not the same thing. I started watching the show and I want to keep watching the show and see it evolve as a show. Even people that have read the book are probably like, are you kidding me? I want to see the rest come to life too. So, you know, we're all gonna have to be patient, I guess. But anyway, those were all my thoughts. Such a great episode. So all I can say is I'm ready for 2015 to come, April 4th. But of course, before we get there, I'd love to hear from you guys and what you thought of this episode. Did you love it as much as I did? Did you freak out when Jamie kind of burst through that window? Let me know in the comments. Also, make sure to subscribe to Happy Cool so you don't miss any of our other TV related videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!